Bioptimizer's Gluten Guardian. Does it really work? Here's my experience after using it for almost 2 years. Hi, my name is Max Haag and I create content on biohacking and holistic health. And I've been living 90 to 99% gluten-free for 1.5 years now. And as many of you will know, gluten is really bad for your body. It causes all sorts of problems. And I really noticed the benefits of living mostly gluten-free. So in a perfect world, I would probably never eat gluten again. But to be honest, I really enjoy a pizza or a nice croissant. So every once in a while, once a week or every 2 weeks, I want to have a gluten-containing meal. And the problem is when you live quite gluten-free and you eat clean, you become very sensitive, or that's my case. I became very sensitive to gluten. So when I go out in a restaurant and eat a pizza, I just feel like within 10 minutes, like how my stomach feels bad, how I get a headache, and I just feel like really worse after eating gluten. So I became very sensitive from eating clean. And that's where Gluten Guardian comes in. Bioptimizers claims that Gluten Guardian helps you to digest gluten better. And before I tell you my experience, I want to share this little experiment I did with you. So I took 2 croissants and I placed the first croissant in a bowl with water only. And I took another croissant and placed it in a bowl with water. And in that water, I dissolved the content of 3 capsules of Gluten Guardian. And I let it soak for 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, I checked in on the croissants and I gently stirred the first croissant around, and well, it was a wet croissant, but it was still like one piece of croissant. And in the second bowl, where there was water and Gluten Guardian, I stirred it around the same way and it instantly fell apart. It seems like it dissolved way better in the water with the Gluten Guardian. Anyways, I just wanted to share this experiment because I think it's so visually showing the effect of enzymes. For me, it really helps when I go out. It helps to a certain extent, and I will tell you more about this. But generally speaking, I go out, I eat a pizza, maybe once a week, maybe every 2 weeks, maybe every 3 weeks. I'll take probably for a pizza like 4 or 5 Gluten Guardians, and it really helps me to just feel fine afterwards. I can get away with eating a real pizza. You might say, hey, but you can eat a gluten-free pizza. Well, let's be real. They don't taste as great as a real pizza, so I really prefer to have the real pizza every now and then and take my Gluten Guardian with it. Same with the croissant. It's also really fine. I take 2 or 3 Gluten Guardians with it and I feel fine. Whenever I go to a restaurant, and even when I don't order specifically a gluten meal, like in many meals, they just put flour in or gluten without you really thinking that there would be gluten in. There's also always the chance of cross-contamination in a restaurant. So I just take 1 Gluten Guardian with any meal just to be safe, and it really helps. And yeah, I feel great with it. There is a limit to what it can do for me. So I remember once we were in Italy, and obviously Italy, there's lots of gluten food. We started the day with some gluten-containing breakfast in a restaurant, some bread, some croissants. I took my Gluten Guardians. I felt fine with it. And then for lunch, I decided to have a pizza. I took my Gluten Guardians again, and I noticed I would feel like a little bit bad in my stomach. And I noticed like when you try to eat too much gluten, it can't do magic and help you forever, because gluten is still not so healthy for your body, even with Gluten Guardian. But yeah, I feel like 1 meal a day is okay, at least for a couple of days in Italy. But more than 1 meal a day with gluten is too much. But generally, I really love Gluten Guardian. I highly recommend it. It's a great biohack and it helps to enjoy gluten every now and then, for sure. So if you want to try out Gluten Guardian, if you are in the US, Canada or Europe, I found out the best shops for you to buy Gluten Guardian, especially in Europe. There are also coupon codes down below to give you the best price and especially a possible If you want to see more reviews on biohacking products, just check out my other videos on YouTube. Sending you much love from Switzerland and enjoy your gluten meals.